Hello, and welcome back for some more Sonic the Hedgehog, and this time we're in Labyrinth Zone. As you see, this is the first appearance of water in this game, which actually isn't that annoying. But first off, we have these drill monsters here. I forgot exactly what their names are, but beware of those. They're gonna be popping out of the ground quite frequently throughout the 3 acts here. But Labyrinth Zone as a whole is quite a lengthy level with many hazards. This zone will definitely test your timing because even though it is a water level, it's not swimming based like Mario. And as I said, I did another glitch there, a little glitch animation. But anyways, unlike Mario, Sonic can't swim, so it's still heavily platform based. All it is, the water just slows down the platforming, and you see I'm getting water bubbles there because also unlike Mario, he can drown. You cannot breathe air, so you have to constantly get bubbles. And you see, I don't drown in this run, but usually I do. And I am remembering here that I didn't get Special Stage 6 quite yet because I did miss an opportunity. So I'm still trying to get those 50 rings. But about getting 50 rings in Labyrinth Zone Act 1, I'm going to try to do a shortcut here. What I was thinking of, I knew before I did the shortcut I couldn't get 50 rings. So I got, I don't know if I got every ring up to this point. But the shortcut here I'm about to show off, you cannot get 50 rings for the special stage. For some reason, I don't know why I did that, but for some reason, you take the shortcut, you can't get the special stage, which I still wanted to show off because I still have 3 opportunities after this act to still get the special stage. I wasn't stressing it, so you see there, I took the platform up. You make sure you get the bubbles that are coming out because the bubbles obviously they gimp and stop your jump in mid-air, so you make sure you get the bubbles to try to hit that platform. Now you see when you go back up, this platform will be here, and you're bypassing the whole water section level. Just at the bottom half because there's still water that you have to go through from this. But this is a shortcut, but this still takes me a while to do, right? So I still want to get all the rings. You see, I'm checking, no rings here. I'm still at 46. I think I did get every ring up to this point. And there's gonna be 3 more rings. As you see here, we got more of those drill monsters here, which can be very annoying because I don't have a speed shield. Ugh. And you see, those are 3 rings. That will be 48, 47, 48, 49. There he goes. I know I got hit at some point. Yeah. So and then I died there. So there's no rings after that point because the level ends shortly after that. And this is another run. This is the next one I did. I'm just gonna take the normal because there's more than enough rings to get a special stage going through the normal path. But yeah, basically the shortcut, you can only have 49 rings. I saw this in the Brain Scratch comp playthrough, and I'm like, oh, I never really tried to do that before, and I tried to prove Lewis wrong, but I couldn't. I see there's the countdown when you're about to drown. It counts down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0, you die. But it's really 10 seconds. It's not 5 seconds. I guess it makes it more dramatic if each countdown is really long. But anyways, here the normal path, you'll see these these spikes on change. On change, you gotta really be aware of where those chains are coming out because yeah, they can clip you even though you think you're above them. But also you heard the drowning thing very briefly, but the drowning thing is probably one of the most scarier things in the Sonic game. Probably is the most scary thing. It never really got me. Never really made me feel scared as a kid, but most people think it's pretty scary. And I agree, that's probably the most scary thing ever in the Sonic game. More scary than the orcas, I'd say. But you see here, got a checkpoint. We're almost through, actually. I say the bottom path will take me about 4 minutes, and the top path could do about. I was probably on track to finish in about 2.5 minutes. But obviously more than enough rings here. And these hazards these hazards, about to say, always fuck me up because it's so hard to maneuver. Here you want to sit on this court, the water will rise, and this is close to the end of the level. I tried to see if there's 50 rings left in the short little stage before the end. There isn't. There's still a good amount of rings, also still a good amount of hazards you see there. All these spikes and stuff. And those are the Orbonauts. I think this is the first time, at least I noticed in this playthrough, that they're here. Yeah, they throw their spikes around you. There's gonna be later stronger Orbonauts that do not have that. They still have the I get hit again. Well, it's too late now, so it doesn't really matter. There's stronger Orbinauts in the next zone that will have the same spike balls floating around them, but they'll not be able to attack them. And with that, you want to avoid these corks here. Now I'm just trying to rush to the end, that's why I'm getting hit quite a bit. But you don't, as the water's rising, you don't want to be standing on top of those corks because the corks will crush you. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's been a while since I've been crushed by those corks, but I'm pretty sure they do when the water rises. That being said, be careful here once again. Be very mindful of the bubbles that get your jump, but just like that, we're done. And the shortcut where I died was a little bit to the left of the screen. When you came up from the water, I died right there. So I almost had it. But anyways, Act 2, which I probably would have benefited still taking the short because I ended up not getting a special stage anyway. But anyways, Act 2. Here, still drilling thing coming from the ground. There's not there's these waterfalls here that take it down to kind of like a foreshadowing for the next act of this. But Act 2, I really don't have much notes on Act 2 because honestly, it is just a slog to go through. I'm gonna spend this time kind of about Labyrinth Zone as a whole. Is that, oh, and also by the way, I tried to use the invincibility to go down and kill all these enemies. Once you come down here, you cannot jump back up and get those rings. So get the rings while you're up there. Even though you still have the invincibility, you could kill those enemies down there. But ultimately, the amount of rings in the early part of the stage won't matter that much. Because obviously, I have 40 here. There's plenty of rings left. But here I'm about to drown again. You really gotta be wary about this. Even when you think that you're far away from, like, you're not in the drowning state, you still probably want to get a bubble to replenish yourself. I don't know exactly like what's the breathing meter like in this. I don't know if it's like if you get a bubble that's 100% air capacity. Because I feel like there's been times where I got a bubble and very shortly thereafter I started to drown again. So I don't know if it's exactly 100% air capacity replenished from that. Maybe it's like 50 or something. I don't know. But most of the time it's enough air to get you to the next air source. But here obviously there's a lot of monitors to break open, but there's one monitor in specific that you want to break. Oh, this is a glitch jump location. It's kind of hard to get that monitor, but I get it. Very odd places where the glitch jump is. It's only place in the game where it actually matters, but you break that monitor, there's a switch there, and it opens up a new path for us. Oh, almost got hit there. I don't know how I didn't get hit. Almost did though. This is another invincibility box, so we're good. Not for the rest of the level, but some of the harder parts, you see all those hazards there, I would have definitely got hit, even if I was trying to be careful. So this invincibility was actually extremely helpful, because look at all these spikes. And I stopped here because I think the invincibility was going to stop any second, but I could have used it on that Orbinaut if I would just kind of kept going for it. See here, I need that bubble, and I get hit because the bubble takes you out of the ball state, completely stops your momentum, which is it's annoying. It's manageable. It can be quite annoying, but it's not anything that's kind of, I feel like needs to be taken out of the game, or it's game breaking or bad design. It can have better placement sometimes, but I don't think it breaking up your animation is necessarily bad. It can be annoying. Taking it out would be more of a quality of life thing than anything else. But anyways, we're on these conveyor belts that have like rocket platforms on them. You gotta be very aware because they can run you right into spikes, or they can run you to the next path. Here, you make it to this platform, and we're back on dry land for now. I'm very scared. You see, I'm taking my time because I didn't think that the level was over. But just like that, we have 106 rings. I can't tell because the screen's really small, but we got 106 rings, I believe. And the last special stage. Special stage 6 is actually, for me, I found it a lot easier than the rest of them. I had the easiest time with this. I don't know why. I guess because you just fall right next to the Chaos Emerald, and yeah, there's annoying right blocks and springs and stuff, and I almost go down there. But for the most part, I didn't feel like I had to reset this stage. Not having to reset, and I felt like it was pretty easy to do. Just like that, it's done with. That's special stage 6. We got all 6 Chaos Emeralds. Sonic got them all. So I remember I commented on how the sprites were flickering on the Chaos Emerald screen last time. That's because I'm not recording 60 FPS, even though the game is running at 66 FPS. So if you're running at 30 FPS, sometimes the Chaos Emeralds won't show up there. But anyway, on the waterfall to the right, you want to jump immediately to get that shield, and then you want to jump again right after that to open the switch and the monitor. It'll open up a path in the waterfall. If you keep falling down the waterfall though, it'll just be an infinite loop, so don't worry about that. You won't die or anything. But if you open this switch, also reference to Brain Scratch comms, Lewis said that you wouldn't be able to jump from that platform to the right to the platform to the left if you open at the path. You open up the switch there. But I wanted to prove him wrong. So I try with the very edge and I succeed. It is possible to do that. So anyways, there's a nice little collection of rings here. Obviously, it doesn't matter that much. It's a boss act. Again, it's a ball sack. But I also got all the Chaos Emeralds. So there's no stages. Even if I get 50, there'll still be no special stage because they're only a means to get Chaos Emeralds. They're not really meant to be a fun way to get continues or anything like that. More of these spikes. I forgot what are they called? Grounder? I don't know if that's the official name, if that was just like the name of the character in the Sonic cartoon. And you see, if you start drowning for that area, you're most likely gonna die. I almost die here, but I get to 0, and I was just a second away from drowning there. It's probably the smart thing to get an air bow right before you go through that, like, what's the word? It's not automated section, but the section where you're getting pulled through the tunnel. You should get an air bow for that because I've died there and I've seen people die there many times. But just like that, we're probably on a more easier path now. I mean, it's gonna ramp back up the boss fight. I feel here it's probably the hardest one in the game. No, actually, it is the hardest one in the game. But another glitch jump there, and here we have the cork once again. Get the checkpoint, not miss the checkpoint. You want to go all the way to the right, to the water rights, because the other two corks will all three will eventually lead right to the ceiling. But you want to go, make sure you keep going to the right, and this will be your way up to the boss. Yes, you see so many grounders, if that's what it's called. I wanted to mention that there's supposed to be a goggle power up, but you probably already know that. You just look it up on Sonic Retro or whatever. Here's the boss! Eggman's just hanging out here, and as you see, he is going through this path of a bunch of hazards, but as you might be noticing, the water is also rising. So you might be saying this boss fight might seem damn near impossible, or at least extremely long. It might take us forever to beat this boss if he's going through all these obstacles and the water keep rising higher and higher. The platform is going to keep getting slower and slower, and he's going farther and farther away. Well, you're correct, but that is not the expectation. You don't have to hit him 8 times. You don't even have to hit him at all. You just have to chase him out of here, and you're done. It is possible to hit him 8 times and beat him, and he'll explode, and he'll still run off and get away, but I don't think I've ever been able to do that, at least not in a very long time. But it is possible to hit him 8 times and destroy his little chassis, I forgot, little vehicle, whatever. Anyways, that is it for Labyrinth Zone. In this part, we've been very productive. I showed off a shortcut. Don't do that very often, but most importantly, I got all 6 Chaos Emeralds, and we're done with the fucking special stages. So, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time we take on Starlight Zone.